Hi y'all, Jennifer Winchester here with a quick U.S. housing market update. If you've been scrolling social media, it might feel like the housing market is falling apart, but those dramatic headlines are built for clicks, not clarity. The reality, things are stabilizing. Inventory levels today actually look a lot like they did back in 2019. One of my go-to resources is Brian Buffini, the founder of Buffini and Company and a trusted industry leader who's been studying this market for nearly 3 decades. In this short video, he breaks down the data in a way you can really count on. I hope this gives you some peace of mind about where things are headed. If you've got questions and you're thinking about buying, selling, or just curious about the Tucson market, I'd love to be your resource. Reach out anytime.
If you spend any time on social media or on YouTube, you're going to see what we call doom scrolls. And these doom scrolls are telling you that real estate's gone to pot, that the market's cratering, that it's all down to the left, and it's a disaster, crashes, all that stuff. Well, let me share with you, that's not even close to being true. In fact, what the data shows is that we're right back to where we were in 2019, which is actually a normal market. For example, from an inventory standpoint, in 2019, we had 1.24 million active listings. The market went down when it was artificially created with low interest rates, and now we're back to 1.1 million listings. Guess what? The market's just like 2019. In regards to existing home supply, the doom scrollers will tell you it's chaos out there. Well, in 2019, there were 4.4 months supply of inventory. 6 months is considered a buyer's market or a seller's market. That's really where the change takes place. And look at what happens. It went all the way down to 2.6 months or 3 months or 3.1 months. Why? When the rates were artificially low. Where are we at right now? 4.7 months. Yep, a little bit more inventory, but right back to the normal market of 2019. The next dynamic is how long does it take to sell a home? Well, in 2019, it was 27 days. And then it went all the way down to 14 days at the peak of the market, which was a crazy market. People making 20 and 30 offers on properties. Where are we at today? Exactly back to 2019. 27 days. Now, that's not an eternity to have your house on the market before you get an offer. The doom scrollers, they'll say the market's gone to pot, and they'll say all is lost. The truth of the matter is this. The person who sent you this video is a highly skilled, highly trained pro who has been equipped with the latest cutting-edge data to give you a great perspective on the market and help you make great decisions when it comes to your real estate.
So that was the U.S. market, but here's what's happening right here in Tucson. This year, we've had around 18,955 new listings and 11,910 sales. Back in 2019, pretty similar. 19,045 listings, almost 15,000 sales. Buyers today are getting about 2% under list price. In 2019, it was under 1.8%. And the median days on market, 19 back then, about 35 to 40 now, which actually makes it a little friendlier for buyers. Now, Tucson does have a shortage of around 4,800 units, homes, especially under 300K. Builders just aren't putting up much in that range. Most new builds are in 400K or up. But here's the thing. Buyers are still buying their very first home, and people are still selling to upsize or downsize. It's not impossible. It just takes the right strategy. If you're ready, give me a call. I'd love to help.